What's up, guys? It's Gaz. Welcome to the Warframe video. So today we got one of my favorite kinds of updates in Warframe on PC. We got some random augment mods just thrown in there, and here I'm going to show you guys all four of them. There was four new ones, and we've got one for Titania's first ability, Spellbind, called Spellbound Harvest. It's going to give you energy when you hit four enemies with her one, and like CCs them. We got one for Harrow called Tribunal, so it's an augment for his first ability as well. But the way that one works, it's like you're going to have to chain some enemies up with your one. We throw like the chain wave, and if the enemies are chained up, your allies killing those enemies will actually affect your buffs that normally only trigger from you killing things. So it's a little bit of a weird one. It's an augment for your one, but it also involves your second and third ability as well. And then we also got one for Grendel. Surprise, surprise, Grendel already got an augment. It's going to be for his meatball, his fourth ability, the Pulverize. If you push the alternate fire button while you are in Grendel's meatball attack, he's going to propel himself forward. It also drains additional energy to use that ability, which is too bad, because Grendel already has energy issues. And then the last one is for hildryn, called Blazing Pillage. Pillage augment, so her second ability is called Pillage. And this is another one, just like the Harrow one. It's going to involve another ability being active as well. So enemies affected by Haven, which is your third ability. So enemies affected by your third ability will be set ablaze for heat damage and restore 50 shields to hildryn when hit by your two. So you need to combine your 3 and your 2 for the hildryn augment. So we're going to show you how those work. I've got a couple little mini mission snapshots in there because the Grendel and the Harrow one you definitely want to use in mission. The Simulacrum's not going to give you any real good info there. So let's first off with the ones I think are really not really worth it. With the Titania one. So the reason I don't like the Titania one very much, although it does have some niche situations I could see it being okay in, is that you have to hit 4 enemies with your one to actually get the effect. And the amount of energy you get from this ability, this augment, is actually going to scale a strength, which is nice, but you have to mod for range on Titania, I'd say, because the range on Spellbind is very tiny. I think it's like 5 meters at base. So I was toying with some builds a little bit here. When I put Overextended on, it was getting me about a 12-meter radius. And the thing I thought about is, like, since this scales to strength, you get a good amount of energy if you hit these enemies. Maybe you could just take Energize off of your build and run Velocity, Precision, Pistolier, like whatever. Like, you're usually going to want to run a pistol damage or pistol, like, stat increasing arcane on Titania. So here we go right here. I'm going to get rid of some of my energy so we can actually see the restore being active. And, yeah, I don't think this one's really useful because, like, yeah, it can open, like, up, like, some unique build options. Like I said, you could maybe take Energize off your build, possibly go a little bit less efficiency and duration. I probably wouldn't recommend it. I mean, the normal Titania build works perfectly fine. And not to mention, if you have Energize, you're going to be pretty much full on energy a lot of the time. But, you know, I think the fact you have to hit 4 enemies with this is kind of what kills it for me. If it was like 2 or 3 enemies, like that would be very easy, obviously. But 4, it's like, I don't even use this ability for CC most of the time. I'm just killing the enemies with my 4 anyway. So, I don't know. I don't think it's really worth it at all. And not to mention, when you like self-cast your one with this, the augment does literally nothing. It's just a waste of mod slots. So, for my playstyle, and probably a lot of other people's playstyle that just play Titania mostly for her 4, I think this one's not going to be really useful, but, you know, maybe you'll like it. It does scale with strength, which is nice, and some people really like high strength builds in Titania, but yeah, having to find 4 enemies next to each other, I think is just kind of a killer for me. Alright, moving on to the next one, we got Grendel's Augment. So, this one is a little bit hard I am not really a Grendel main, let me just say that right now, but, on the we did this on Fortuna. And I also, like, I really don't know much about Grendel, to be honest. He's, like, one of the frames I just don't really, I haven't read his wiki page at all. I was assuming that sprint speed from, like, Wisp motes would make him go faster. Honestly, it might not. I don't even know, like, honestly. So, but apparently the wiki says that casting your second ability, Nourish, is going to make your meatball Pulverize go faster. So here we go. I'm just going to push the button right here, and we're pretty much like a Sonic speed. Well, maybe not that fast, but we are as fast as Grendel is going to go. And if it scales with sprint speed, you could throw in a Volt, you could throw in a Nidus, a Wisp. jam up even more. But yeah, the fact that it drains additional energy, like I have literally a prime flow in this build, and I feel like I would drain energy like almost instantly. So if you like Grendel, it could be for some fun, definitely. But a lot of the time, like with Grendel, I actually don't even remember the last time I played Grendel, to be honest. I am not a Grendel expert, as I mentioned. Let's quickly show that clip one more time. So I start off with like no energy. It's already draining very fast. I have 5 enemies eaten. And I push the button, it drains all my energy, and Grendel's like, oh man, I am about to fall over. But, you know, like I said, it could be some fun. It's kind of like a Gauss 1 ability where he like runs forward with uncontrollable speed. And you're going to crash into some walls and indoor missions with that for sure. So, you know, Grendel can still kill stuff when he runs him over with meatballs, so it could be worse. Definitely could be worse. And as far as the Grendel build I'm using in the video, it's pretty much just tank mods and rage and prime flow. Maybe some efficiency would make this a little bit better. Like I said, I don't play Grendel ever, so they have been patching up his annoyances lately. So maybe some efficiency would make this a little bit more viable. But you know, that's like I said, that's not what this video is about. Moving on to the next one. I think this one's okay. So we're getting into the 2 I think are actually really good. Those 2, the first 2 we went over, like sure you could use them, but I don't think they're going to be like really impactful for the playstyle of the frame and all. We're going to go over the Harrow augment right here. So the way that this one works, you need to channel your 3, you need to channel your 2, and then once you chain up some enemies, it will actually let your allies restore energy to you and your teammates. And it's not going to prevent you from restoring energy too. So I like this one because if you have a DPS in like an Elite Sanctuary onslaught like Volt, where they're not constantly killing stuff, like stuff gets to hang out on the map for like a couple seconds before Volt releases the discharge augment or whatever it's called and just kills everything. See, like right here, I stacked up a bunch of chained up guys across the map, and when Volt released the energy, or the lightning, whatever it's called, I got 17.9, and everyone on the team got 17.9 energy per kill. But as you see right here, I'm killing the enemies myself, and if I get a headshot, it's going to give 143, 35 for a body shot kill. So the fact that, yeah, this is probably what Harrow should do in the first place. So that's why I don't really like it as much. I feel like Harrow should just have this functionality at default, because he usually has to fight his teammates for the kills. He doesn't have to fight teammates for the kills. He has to, like, it's like counterproductive if his teammates are killing stuff when he has his energy buff up, because teammates are not going to get their energy back, and Harrow's not going to have anything to chain up and all that kind of stuff. But I do think this augment's good. This is actual some mission stuff right here, because I thought that it's not going to be helpful if I'm in the simulator it comes to showing you. So, by the way, guys, you see these white bars underneath my teammates' names over here on the right side? Hendrick's energy went all the way down, and I think he got like an energized proc or something to bring it back up. But yeah, the white bar is how much energy your teammates have. So that's how you know how much energy they have. That's how you know if you're restoring energy correctly with Harrow, with Trinity, Energize, etc., etc. So yeah, now we're gonna move on to my favorite one of the bunch, and that is gonna be the augment mod for Hildryn. So that, like I said, this is gonna involve combining your 3rd and your 2nd ability together, and the augment is actually for the 2nd ability. So what her 2nd ability normally does, it goes out, removes enemy armor, removes enemy shields, and this is gonna let you do a heat proc whenever you cast your 2. And if you remember this, that heat procs were actually buffed. They will actually melt away 50% of the enemy's armor. So with my current build, 71% armor removal, and then there's additionally that heat proc as well. So it's mega armor removal. We're about to like one-shot these bombards, which with my Fulman Riven, they got mega nerf like 5 times in a row. That does not happen. So I really like this augment. Not to mention, as someone pointed out in the mission I was in earlier, this makes the ability, the 2nd ability for Hildryn, actually do something against Infested, which it currently does not, because it removes shields and it removes armor. Infested have neither, so yeah, you can CC the Infested with Hildryn from her 2 now. And not to mention, your 4 can actually CC them as well, but you cannot cast your 2 while in your 4. So if you're playing on the ground with Hildryn, this is a really good augment. I really do enjoy it. The fire damage ticks themselves, I could do without them. It's mostly the extra armor removal that I'm enjoying this ability for. So yeah, I definitely recommend this one to a Hildryn player. And honestly, Hildryn's other augment's pretty good too. Balefire Charge, I think it's called, where she's restoring shields when she pops a nullifier bubble. I gotta stop saying pop a nully, because someone commented saying that sounds like a drug that Tenno do, and I'm like, you actually are right. Popping a nully does sound like something like that. So that's the 4 augments, guys. So as far as me recommending them to you, I'd say if you're a hildryn player, 100% try out this new one. It's really good. If you're a Harrow player that kind of wants to play support more than like buffer, kind of selfish-ish play style, try out Tribunal. I don't know if it's gonna ever. I don't think it's gonna be anything like really long-lasting and impactful. And then the Titania one, I'd say, is probably just actively bad. It takes up a mod slot. Like, you're not running Razorwing Blitz in that slot because you're running this instead. I'd say don't run it. And then Catapult for Grendel. I mean, let's be real. It's just for fun. It's not actually going to be anything that you're going to probably keep on your build. Although it does make Grendel move faster. But if you have the Operator and all that stuff, you can just Void Dash, which is probably 10 times faster than Grendel's Catapult. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. I did have a pretty long ranty video planned for today, but I wanted to get this information out for you guys ASAP. And it also gives me some more time to work on that video for tomorrow, most likely, which is going to be involving some neglected stuff in Warframe. So I'll see you then. Hopefully this video was helpful in educating your purchases. I did buy these for 15 plat each. I mean, that's the first day, though. They usually become a lot cheaper after that. Dude, a lot of those people are trying to hustle right now in trade chat. They're like 20 plat each, and you also have to give me prime parts as well. I'm like, what? Dude, they're trash. Are you kidding me? Like, so I found a couple people that were like, all right, I'll do 15 plat per, which is like, sure, because I only had one trade left. So yeah, that's me ranting a little bit, or going on a little bit too long there. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. There will be a Twitch stream most likely today. But even if there isn't, make sure you follow the Twitch stream, because I have no stream schedule, pure chaos. So if you follow the stream, you'll be able to know when we go live. And I'll also make a YouTube community post when I go live on Twitch as well. So I'll see you guys then. Please like, share, and subscribe, and take it easy, guys. Peace.